G'day guys, it's Ashton Cartwright here from PaidAuthor.com. Today we're just going to show you how to upload a book to Amazon Kindle to publish it. Okay, so what I'll do is I will first, once you've got an account with KDP.Amazon.com, they're completely free to make. We go ahead and sign in. And you want to click this button up here, Create New Title. So we'll do that. Okay, now the book we're uploading today actually happens to be in German. We've already got an English version up there, but the process is the same. So it's this one here, Amy's Verboten Fantasy, and we've got the cover in German as well. So first thing we want to do is decide if you want the book to be in KDP Select, which has a few benefits. The main one is it goes into the Kindle Unlimited reading library, so that people who are in Kindle Unlimited, which is kind of like a book version of Netflix, they get to read your book and you get about ½ cent per page read. So if they read one of your longer books, you get more money than if they read one of your 10-page books, for example. All the books I publish are all in KDP Select, just because we've found that the income we get from being exclusively with Amazon, which is a requirement of KDP Select, outweighs what we would get if we weren't in the Kindle Unlimited Lending Library. So we're going to tick enroll this book in KDP Select. Okay, the title, because in German what I'll do is I'll just take the title exactly from the file here, because my German spelling is probably not up to scratch. So we put the title in there. There's no subtitle. This book is not part of a series, so we could ignore that too. Publisher, that's me, Ashton Publishing Group. You can leave that blank if you're publishing the book yourself. It doesn't have any tangible effect on anything. It's basically just like putting your name at the start as a thank you, and also people know that this book is affiliated with this particular publishing group. Next bit's the description. You can spend a lot of time customizing the exact perfect description. It makes a big difference whether or not people want to read the book, because obviously they see the cover, they see the title, and they see the description. Those are the three most relevant things for when people are deciding whether or not to read your book. I have a German description already converted, so I can just copy and paste that in here. That's all good. So we go to the next bit, book contributors. This is where you put your author name. Put that in here. This is an erotic novel, and so we put that author in there as the author. If you want to add details of your editor or illustrator or anything like that, you can click here, hit add another, and then you can put the details for the other people involved with the book if you want to. So that's fine. We've got that there. This one you won't have to do unless you're publishing in German, so we're just going to change the language of the book to German. ISBN, if you're publishing through Amazon, you don't need one. They'll assign you one automatically. You can buy your own, but there's literally no reason that I can think of why you'd want to pay money for something that you get for free anyway. So we always leave that blank here. Verify your publishing rights. So we're going to tick this is not a public domain work, and I hold the necessary publishing rights, which is true. Target your book to customers. So this is where we're going to pick the category for the book. So we click here, select add categories. You can select up to 2 categories. So we're going to have a look. It's going to be fiction, because the book is of course a fiction. We're going to tag erotica for the first one, and we're going to go in again and select another category. Again, it's going to be fiction, you see here, I'm going to go romance and erotica. So it will now appear in the subcategory of romance as well as in the larger erotica category. Okay. There's age requirements here. It's automatically set it as 18 because we've selected erotica. If you're writing children's books or things for younger people, you can select a recommended grade range. It's more for children's stories and things like that. Now, 7 search keywords. This will help people find your book when they're looking for something like what your book is. Ours, we were lucky enough that we've had this book published in English already, so I've converted all the keywords we used for that into German. So that's that there. Next one, select your book release option. This is whether or not you want to make your book available for pre-order and have it come out in the future, or if you're ready to launch it straight away. We are well and truly ready to release the book now, so we can leave that selected as I'm ready to release my book now. Okay, upload or create a book cover. We're going to browse for image up here, which is the one on the desktop we've got there. So that will upload the cover. Now you don't have to include the cover as part of the internal file, because as you can see, you upload them separately. And then when it goes to Amazon and people look inside the book, they'll see the cover there anyway. Speaker's just being annoying. So we'll just let this upload before we go to the next step. Let's talk about this next book. There we go, perfect. Enabling digital rights management. That basically, if you enable digital rights management, it makes it a bit harder for people to steal the book effectively. But it can cause problems with people if they're trying to read it on different files. For example, they might want to upload it to a phone, and if the update for the phone hasn't quite gone through properly, it can cause issues like that. For myself, I'm a firm believer that if someone wants to steal your book, they're probably going to steal it no matter what you do to stop them. So I don't ever bother enabling digital rights. It just means that it's consistent across the board, and if people want to spend all day trying to plagiarize or steal a $2.99 book, I'm not going to invest the time and energy to try and stop them. That's just my own personal thing. I only have a certain number of times in the day. Okay, so we'll save as draft, and then until these changes are saved, your book is reconverted, you won't be able to upload a new file. That's fine. So we'll save as draft, put all these current changes in. Now we can upload the book content file. Again, so we've got it just saved on the desktop. It's just a Microsoft Word file. Now, if you don't know how to convert your book to a Microsoft Word file that Kindle will accept, there's another video on our page here. I'll put a link to that in the comments just below so you can find it easily. So we browse, Amy is Verboten and Fantasy. That one will just go up in a moment. So now it's converting the book file to Kindle format. We've uploaded it just as a Microsoft Word file, and then Amazon's going through and converting it to their own file that all their Kindle readers use, as well as a file that'll work if you're using, say, the Kindle reading app on your phone or on your iPad, or even the Kindle reading app on your computer. So this converts it to something that'll work for all the different readers available. This book is about 22,000 words, so it's more of a novella. So the conversion shouldn't take too long at all. If you have images and such in the book, if you've done a cookbook or something like that, for example, you've got photos of all the foods, the conversion can take 2 or 3 minutes, but something like this is probably 90 seconds at most, so I'll just wait for that before we go on. There we go, all done. Now what you can do here is, just to make sure it's all gone through properly, is preview your book. So we'll pull up Previewer. Okay, so it looks fine. We've got all the copyright stuff there. Table of contents is all in place. Yes, we've got the proper sizing. Excellent. So we go back to book details, which is up here. That's all fine. So we are happy to proceed. Excellent. All right, save and continue. Now we're going on to pricing. If your book is priced less than $2.99, you can only select a 35% royalty. If it's $2.99 up to $9.99, you can select the 70% royalty. For myself, virtually all the books I publish, I put at $2.99. Because if, for example, you made it 99 cents and you got 35% royalty, that's about 35 cents. So you'd have to sell 6 times as many at 99 cents as you would at $2.99 to make the same amount of royalties. Because we're doing this for a living, we want to make sure we get the maximum in terms of most effective pricing. And so for us, it's $2.99. That's what we found works best in this genre. Okay, you can now, all this is the different currencies. It's easy enough just to let Amazon pick the price based on the US price and convert it to the various countries. You can go through and select prices for each of these yourself, but there's not a huge lot of benefit in doing that. All right, now if you have a version of the paperback for the same book, you can enroll in Kindle Matchbook, which means if they purchase a paperback version, they can get discounted versions of the digital copy, or even for free. We don't have a German version of the paperback, so we're going to leave that blank. We're allowing lending for this book. That means people who've downloaded on their Kindle can send a version to their friends who also have a Kindle, so they can read it without paying anything. I'm totally cool with that, because the more people who are exposed to this author, the more chance they'll go on and read this author's other books. And she's got about 10 novels out now. And part of the reason she's been so successful is we're happy to have people read the book, even if it's for free, so that perhaps they'll buy the others. By clicking Save and Publish, I confirm I've got all the rights. Yes, excellent, fantastic. Save and Publish. Okay, so the book's now being published. There we go. It can take 12 hours for English and 48 hours for other languages before it's available on Amazon.com, which is fine. And that is how you upload a book to Amazon. Hope that's been enjoyable for you. Thanks very much for watching. If you're in the publishing or writing industry, make sure you subscribe, and we'll do our best to keep you up to date with any changes in the market. Thanks very much.